Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a video on how to ride a motorcycle for the very first time. I'm going to be covering some things: freeway riding, counter steering, shifting, braking, and I'll try to throw in some more things. We're going to be getting on the motorcycle and showing you in real time. Now, just to recap, remember this is the front brake, the rear brake. Traditionally on Japanese bikes, everything on the right side when you're sitting on the bike is braking, left side is shifting. This is the clutch right here, this is the shift lever. Now, we've gone through this a few times, but repetition is the mother of all learning. So look at my hand and just imagine a ladder. These are rungs on the ladder, my fingers. Pinky is first gear, this here is neutral, and this is second. And then as you go up, you have third, fourth, and this has actually 6 gears. So your foot's here, and if you're in first, if you slightly tap up, just a little tap, you'll be in neutral. But if you're in first and you just tap up with, normal force, not a light force, just kick up like that, you'll be in second. So I'm going to show that to you in a moment. And then you're always going up and down a ladder. First, where you can bypass second, bypass neutral, go right into second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And if you're in sixth, you're going shifting downwards, sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, and so forth. So imagine you have first here, then neutral, then second, then third, then fourth, and fifth, and sixth, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, neutral first. That's how it is. So every time you're kicking up, you're going up gears, and every time you move your foot like this, right? Kick up, and then you would move it on top and kick down. Now, let's get on and I'll show you something. So, in my opinion, if you can counter steer, ride the freeway, shift and brake, you've got the basics. And then I think you're pretty safe to go out on the road. So, let's start the bike. And well, let's not start it yet because I want it to be quiet for a second. So you pull the clutch lever in, then you kick up into second, and then you release the clutch lever. Then you pull the clutch lever in, you kick up into third, and then you release the clutch lever. You see what I'm talking about? That is how you do it. So we're going to turn the key, get used to using this kill switch here. This will immediately, watch. See how it shuts the bike off? So if you have an emergency, get used to using that. All right, here we go. So I'm going to see if I can cram a lot into this. If you're a new rider, don't be afraid. Don't let all the things people are telling you, oh, you're going to get killed on a motorcycle. Don't let all those things scare you. It actually makes it more dangerous for you when you doubt yourself or you don't have confidence. Education will give you confidence. Make sure you always put the kickstand up. That's a major mistake people forget about. So let's do this, okay? Let's get into the twisties here, and then I'm going to see if I have enough time to get you on the freeway. Do not forget, please, click right below this video, and you can go see some more videos on me riding the motorcycle. And let us begin. Okay, making sure my phones are in my pocket. Okay. This here is a little phone holder. You can put like your phone on it and stuff like that for GPS. So we're in neutral, right? Watch this. I'm going to pull the clutch lever in. I'm going to kick down, and that neutral light's going to shut off. Watch. Kick down. See how my foot is? Kick down. Neutral light's off. If I slightly kick up, notice my hand's still on the clutch, because watch, if I let go, it starts moving. If I slightly kick up, watch, I'm going to do it. See how it goes into neutral. Then I can release the clutch. Clutch in, kick down, I'm in first. Excuse me. This is the most challenging part for new riders, getting it going. Again, don't be scared. You got both your feet down, nothing's going to happen. Keep both your feet down when you're new. As soon as you let the clutch out, get used to giving a little bit of throttle and finding out where that friction zone's at. Watch, I'm going to let the clutch out, and then I'm going to give a little bit of throttle. Slowly let the clutch out. We are riding. Now, remember the ladder? Clutch in, just kick up to second. Now you're in second. Now you're approaching a stop sign, clutch in. I slightly kick down. Notice how I went into neutral. Remember the ladder. Don't let that confuse you. Look at my hand again. First, neutral, second, and then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, up and down the line. So if I kick down, where am I going to be? Here's neutral, first. That's what I want to do. Kick down, first. We got a lot to cover, so let's get going. We got to go a little bit quicker. Clutch in, kick up to second. Now I'm going in second. Clutch in, kick up to third, release the clutch lever. Now I'm in third. Clutch in, kick up to fourth, release the clutch lever. Now I'm in fourth. See how it does it? It's so simple. Clutch in, kick up to fifth. Now I'm in fifth. Now watch. We have a light here. I'm going to let you know what's going on. I'm in fifth. Clutch in, kick down to fourth. Notice going around the corner at fourth gear. This is how you do it. Now, let me see something. This is the canyon. Yeah, I want to go down. So, clutch in, I'm kicking down, I'm in neutral. That's how I like to do it. I just kick down until I see the neutral light, and then I stop. What I'm going to show you now is counter steering. Let me talk to you real quick. Counter steering is unusual in a way, but don't let it confuse you. If you want to go left this way, you're going to pull towards you this way, and the steering wheel actually goes like that, and you'll lean into the left. In other words, you're turning the opposite way that you want to turn the bike. I'll show you as I'm going through this. The opposite way you want to lean the bike. So let's say we're going around a sharp corner. I probably should just show you. Watch. First gear, clutch in, kick up second, release. Little dip here. Clutch in, kick up third, release. Clutch in, kick up fourth, release. Clutch in, kick up fifth, release. You get it. I'm not going to keep telling you the whole thing. Now I'm in sixth. When I'm going around this corner here, I want to show you something. Let's get to more of a sharper one. Right here. What I'm doing here is with this left handlebar right here, I'm actually pushing it towards me. When I'm going right, I'm applying pressure towards me. I'm pulling this towards me here. So I'm going to be showing you this. This is important if you're going to ride. Get counter steering down. The rest of the stuff is easy, but counter steering freaks people out a bit, but it's a natural process. Don't be afraid of it. It'll come to you naturally. Just trust me when I'm saying, and you'll get it. So now what we're going to do, we have I thought we had a 2-lane highway. I was getting happy that I was going to be able to pass. So let's show you some more counter steering. Now we're in 6th gear, right? Nothing really more I got to do. This is counter steering. I'm going to pull towards me this way and kind of push a little out this way as I'm leaning like this. See? Let me do a real sharp one. Watch this. See how I do it? That's the effect it has on the bike. If you've ever ridden a skateboard, if you've ever jet skied, if you've ever ridden a bicycle downhill or whatever, you're not going to get counter steering if you're going real slow. You have to be like 25, 35, 45 miles per hour or more for it to happen. So when you're riding and you're going around these corners, I wish these cars would go so I can kind of get on it. Certain bikes are more challenging to counter steer than others. This is not my bike, I'm borrowing it, but I have a 600. It's very challenging to counter steer that one because it's a heavier bike. This is a Ninja 250, very, very light bike, very easy to counter steer. Look at this guy's sign. Stop passing illegally. So let us get on it, see if we can get some speed here. While we're going, remember braking. We haven't covered that yet, but remember how I said this is the front brake here. most of the braking is going to be done by your front brake. I do use the front and rear brake though, unless I'm going real slow, coming to a complete stop. I don't want to pass illegally like the sign said. So we got some twisties here. See if I can see how this guy's braking. I'm not. Watch, I'm going to pull towards me here. And it leans it. You got to get used to that. Now this one, I'm going to pull towards me here and push this way. Watch. Like this. You've got to practice that. Very important. Don't just go out, you know, riding and not know how to do that. You need to practice counter steering. What you can do is find a road like this. Notice it's not a very fast road because these cars are in the way, but even if they're not in the way, you don't have to go fast, and practice it. Now you can practice it going straight. Watch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this handle towards me. Watch what happens. See how it's shifting me over to the right, even though I'm pulling it this way towards me. Now I'm going to pull this one towards me, and watch what happens. Okay, hold on. Here it goes. Now it's pulling it to the left. I push this one here, it leans it to the left. If I pull this one here, it goes to the right. So we're going to go left here. What are we going to do? We're going to push this towards us here on the right. Watch. Let's get close to the white line. Look. See how it does it? Now, see if I can take you out on the freeway, but seriously guys, practice your counter steering. Very, very important. You can do it just by going like this, going straight even. Just make sure there's no cop behind you, you know, they're going to think you're drunk. And how I wish that this guy would move out of the way. Look, do not pass. We might have an opening and then I will pass when it lets me. So take the motorcycle out on the road, practice your counter steering. That's very, very important. That's how you're going to be steering the motorcycle most of the time. Look at all these donkeys. Can you see that? This is how you're going to be riding the motorcycle. You're going to be counter steering. Excuse me. Easy bike to counter steer on is the Ninja 250. It's effortless, so you don't have to do it that much. You just do a slight counter steer. Other bikes are going to require you to do a more counter steering. All right, thank you, Lord. Thank you so much. This guy's got a Charger. Speed limit 50. Here we go. Come on, Charger. Speed limit 50. We're going 40 here, dude. Maybe if I honk. Oh, he's starting to go. Here we go. Counter steering to the right here. Remember, we're going to pull back here towards us here. Watch. I can't stress enough how important it is for you to get counter steering, because this is why people go off into the ditch, because they don't have confidence and they don't know how to do it. Now, strong counter steering here to the right. Look at this guy, these dirt bike guys right here. Come on, brother, let me through. Let me through, brother. Why is he braking, or did he put his lights on? Okay, so we have another corner. This one, look at it. Strong turn to the left, really strong. We're gonna pull back here on the right. Watch. I'm trying to keep my head down so you can see this. That's how you do it, guys. Practice that. And I apologize, I'm going to be getting on the freeway in a moment. I apologize that I'm not able to go even faster than this, but it's easier for me to show it to you at this speed, so I should be positive about that. Now, we have a lot of twisties up here. I mean, extreme sharp corners when we go to the right. And he's going right, my luck. Okay, let's try to pass this dude. Now watch, I downshifted to 5th, downshifting to 4th, we have the green arrow. Here, you don't really counter steer because we're going like molasses slow. Sharp corners up here, everything sharp corners up here. Look at this one. Look at the sign here. So let's let that guy get some distance in front of us. What are we going to do? We're going to pull back towards us, hold pressure here, watch. Definitely you got to counter steer here. See, this is why you got to know how to do it. Look at this. The bike's really leaning here. Very steep hill, so we're going to hold the counter steering all the way through the hill with Mr. Molasses here in front of me. But we're almost out of the canyons, and then thank goodness we get some speed here in freeway riding. But even this slow right here, we're going 40, you need to know how to counter steer. Look at all these rocks. It's like something out of like Disneyland or something. That Thunder Mountain ride, you know. Okay, let's talk about braking. Braking, very important, of course. Look at this view, beautiful view. We're going in 6th gear, okay? This guy's braking all the way down, I'm not braking. So, still in 6th, wonderful bike where you can ride it in 6th gear, going about 40, 30. Slowing down. Now watch, not braking, downshift to 5th, release. Notice, I'm not braking, I just downshifted to 5th. That's another thing you can do when you don't really need to be hitting the brakes. I don't know why this guy's doing that. So we're in 5th still, going about 30 in 5th, but this bike allows that. Okay, we're going to get away from this guy, we're going to pick up speed now, finally. But let me show you how to brake, okay guys? So we're in 5th. You don't just want to stop in 5th, so you kind of time it in your mind. Okay, I'm in 5th now, so I probably should go to 4th, right? Start braking, I just released, I'm in 4th. You start downshifting as you approach. At least that's the proper way to do it. 3rd. This guy's selling flowers. 2nd, tap down to neutral, stop. Now, kick down to 1st. Let's show you how you go faster now. So we're in 1st. If you want to do it faster, what? Clutch in 2nd. Clutch in 3rd. Clutch in 4th. Remember, I do clutch in, kick up to 5th, release. Clutch in, kick up to 6th, release. So we're in 6 now, and this will be a great counter steering moment here. This is very dangerous if you don't know how to do it. We're going to go to the right. I'm going to pull back on the left here, watch. Because you're going at a fast clip here, it's like 50 miles per hour. A lot of people don't know how to counter steer. You'll watch these videos on YouTube where the people are going around the corner and it's not even a fast corner, and the guy or the lady or the guy goes into the ditch. And you're like, what the heck happened? They don't know how to counter steer. So if you're taking your friends out riding, make sure you teach them also how to counter steer. Okay, downshift 5th. See how we're coming to a stop here. Downshift 4th, release. And 4th kind of coasting here. Upshift. See how we did that? You don't have to, upshift to 6. You don't have to constantly be braking and doing that. If you're always going up and down the ladder, the shifting ladder, you don't have to do that. Another thing is, don't follow too close. We've heard this before with vehicles, but with the motorcycle, seriously guys, do not follow close. Allow yourself a cushion, because these people will just stop on a dime, you know, like a ball will go out in the road and there's no kids or anything that you can see. Maybe the ball just went over a wall. The people will just stop on a dime and you'll crash right into them. So what I'm always doing is I'm riding where I have what's called situational awareness. You know, the fighter pilots, if they're dogfighting and they have like 3 MiGs over here and another over there, they're always aware of what's going on around them with the situation so they can react to it. So like right now there's a car way back there, my whole left side here is open, I can go, right? I know there's cars here and oncoming traffic. You have this situational awareness. Notice I have this little bubble that I'm in. That's my bubble that I own here, and I protect this area. I want to make sure that I'm always having this open bubble where I can ride freely without people moving into my lane. Now, if someone starts moving into my lane, I'll move over to have that bubble around me. Okay, so now what we're going to do, thank goodness we have a little bit of video time. We're going to go on the freeway, right up here at the light. This guy in the Chargers is just going the same place I'm going. So we're going to get on the freeway up here, and I'm going to give you some freeway riding. Thank goodness we made the light. Okay, now watch, I'm in 6th, downshift 5th. Getting over braking, all the way over here, downshift 4th, downshift 3rd, all the time while I'm braking. I'm in neutral, haven't put my foot down, now in 1st, here we go. Now, freeway ride. 2nd, speed is life. On a Ninja 250, speed is very much life. Make sure you're up to speed. I like to go at the speed of traffic or faster. Alright, we're at 50. What, you guys curious if a Ninja 250 can go on the freeway? Well, let's see. We're now in 6th gear. Wonderful thing about California is I can go in the carpool lane. So notice, freeway riding, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of motorcycle riders won't tell you this. The first time I went freeway riding, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, seems very close to getting into an accident, you know, because there's all this metal around you. And the only thing that will get you over that feeling of like you're going to crash any moment is freeway riding. Do a lot of it. That lady next to me has got the sun in her eyes, her hands up like this, she's blocking it. So freeway riding, let us go, let me think about something. Oh no, we're already here, okay. Freeway riding, what did I tell you? Stay in your bubble. Don't drive like next to this dude right here. Stay in your protective bubble. Notice, I'm riding and I'm not next to anybody. See this dude here? Let's go over here. This is a good lane to be in. Notice, you only got to worry about one side, well really 3 sides. The front, the right side, and your rear. Hold on, my nose itches. Now, we talked about braking. Remember, when you're braking, keep your handlebars straight. Don't be going crooked when you're braking. Keep them perfectly straight. You want the motorcycle like this in a straight line. This is why you need to learn counter steering. Notice we're going to do some here. These guys are going 65 miles per hour right here. So we're turning to the right. What are we going to do? We're going to push forward here and pull back here. Just a slight pressure. Watch. Keep my head down so you can see. Some bikes you can even, like this one, you can even just lean it. Like lean it and it'll do it. But around sharp corners like the one we have coming up here, you can't just lean, you do have to apply a little more pressure. Now notice that sunlight is just absolutely brutal, blinding.
I have two visors. I got a mirrored visor and a clear visor, so when it gets nighttime. I always tell people, make sure you get a full face helmet too, because if you crash and you got one of those little Nazi helmet things, oh man, your jaw gonna be messed up. They may need to rewire your jaw together. I've seen pictures of people crashing with their jaws all messed up. Full face, buddy. Full face. That's the way to do it. Now, when you're motorcycle riding on the freeway, the very first thing you're going to get tired of is the wind. You get a zero gravity windscreen. They got those or a touring windscreen. Windscreen, you'll be surprised how that little windscreen is so effective. Just as a side note, if you get a Ninja 250, you can get a front sprocket that is more tuned to the freeway. The Ninja 250 comes where it's kind of high revving and it's not really a good long distance freeway bike. However, you can replace the front sprocket really cheap and you can bring those RPMs down. I want to show you something. We're doing 9,500 RPMs, almost 10 grand. This puppy starts to redline at 13,000. So the bike's not bad on the freeway, but for long distances, you're not really going to want to have it in the high end of the tack all that time. Make sure you wear good protective clothing. I want to show you something I can show you. Watch the camera. I'm going to put my jacket up close. You see those little holes? Those are little like waffle holes in my jacket, and this is why my jacket doesn't bubble up. Look at my arm right there. I don't know if you can see it in the mirror. It's not bubbling up with air. So the air kind of flows through it, keeps me cool, yet it has CE armor in it. Good, protective armor. Now, for those of you that are freaked out about riding on the freeway, listen, do you know there's more of a risk of you crashing on the streets than on the freeway? I've done the research. You have a higher fatality rate on the freeway, but a smaller chance of crashing. You have a lower fatality rate on the streets, but an extremely high chance of crashing. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're almost done. We're going to take an on-ramp here. I remember the first time I took an on-ramp, it was extremely windy and you're up here real high. I'm like, man, it feels like you're going to like float off over this thing. So we're going to do some counter steering here. It's going to brake left. I'm yelling because it's very loud. So what am I going to do if it's braking left? We're going to pull back here on the right, remember? And we're going to push forward here on the left. That is a very blinding corner. Wow. Can't wait till I'm around this corner. I can't see too well with that. Ah, here we go. Tuck down low. Now I'm tucked down. Finally that sun is away from my face. Now watch how awesome this thing handles. We're tucked down. We're going around the corner here. Look at that. It really, really cuts the corners. We're going to get off at this first off-ramp. Here we go. Check it out. Actually, let's get off at the second one. Oh no, this one's good. So now, you're going real fast, you want to come to a stop, right? It's like you're landing an airplane or something. 6th gear. Now watch how we do this. Listen, 6th gear, I'm starting to brake. Clutch in, go to 5th. Still braking. Clutch in, go to 4th, release. Notice we got the green. Clutch in, go to 3rd, release. Clutch in, go to 2nd, release. Notice you want to match the speed you're going at. Oh, that was awesome. So, slightly kick down from 2nd to go to neutral. Let me stop so I can shut the camera on. Clutch in, kick up to 2nd. Clutch in, kick up to 3rd. So, in my opinion, if you guys can get counter steering down, shifting, braking, you've got this thing. You know, especially how to take off in 1st gear, that's the hardest. Look at it, it says Fair Lady Z on that Z. So watch, I'm in 1st, slowly let the clutch out while giving it a little bit of throttle. Clutch in, kick up to 2nd. Let me do a UE here. Alright, this looks like this dude's riding an R1. Nice. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, ride like the wind.